Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here. And I just want to say, the market usually does one of two things. It'll either trend or it'll either chop slash base. Today, SPY decided to base and do some chopping, okay? But first, here's the flow sentiment, very bearish. Not the most bearish we've seen, but it's filtered for 500K premiums or above, expiration date within 1 month, 64% in the puts, 36% in the calls, okay? So seeing a lot of big money still betting to the downside, okay, in the short term. Now, this is my Discord. That's my closing update. I got to go to the opening plan, all right? So I had two plans, to be bullish or to be bearish, or the bull case scenario and the bear case scenario. My bear case scenario only came in play if we lost the 388 level. I had a support there. As far as my bullish case scenario, it was pretty much as long as SPY stayed above my 388 to 389 zone. I had upside price targets around 391, 392.5 to 393 zone, and then above that 396 to 396.5. But eventually, as the day went on, I ended up changing, and I added the 394 price target. If we cleared 392.5, I had a 394 price target. This is pretty much my alert telling the group what they should do. Above 391, look for calls. Below 388, look for puts. If you like that kind of stuff, definitely check out my Discord, okay? So here's the 15-minute chart. Now, obviously, if you guys been watching my video, these arrows where I add these arrows where I enter some trades, okay? But these pink arrows right here is my 388 to 389 zone. As you can see, SPY opened up just chopping around that level, but bouncing and hitting that yellow line. That yellow line is my 391 resistant level. So we was chopping around that 388 to 389 zone to 391 level, as you can see, and eventually we broke out of it. Now, Uncle Charles has a habit. I'm a trend trader. I like to trade trends, and I usually miss the first leg in hopes to catch the second and third leg, right? So this is the first leg. SPY cleared my 391 level, so of course I usually would enter on the breakout or the breakdown, but today I wanted to take less risky trades, and I waited for the back test, and right here on the 12:15 candle, it came and back tested 391 as a support after breaking out of it. And as you can see, it did bounce, and I entered a call there trying to follow my strategy, but on the very next candle, it just dropped and I got stopped out. Okay, now I was red for most of the day at this point, but I was kind of happy with myself because I figured it's not a bad loss. Okay, it's a bad loss if I entered randomly and when this trade goes against my way, I don't respect my stop loss. Okay, that's a bad loss. This loss, I tried out a strategy. No strategy is 100%. It went against me and I respected my stop loss and kept my loss as small as I can. And well, the rest of the day, we got more choppiness down to the 388 to 389 support zone. All right, and eventually we started breaking out 391 again. And it was this candle right here, because these candles right here, we got the breakout, but it kept closing back below 391. So the back test didn't work well. However, this candle, we cleared 391. All right, broke out of this triangle pattern, this intraday triangle pattern I was watching. Okay, so one breakout, two breakout, and then I had the 392.5 level, and I caught this one. All right, I entered a call on the 392.5 level for the breakout. I had a 394 level above there. So from 392.5, I was able to ride some calls up to 394, caught a $1.50 move, and just took profits, okay? So my plan to stay bullish, short-term bullish above 388 to 389 zone. So around after 1 o'clock p.m., after 1 p.m., my plan played out nicely here. But out of this $5 to $6 move, I only caught a $1.50 of it, okay? So trading is not always perfect. It's not always perfect. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly, all right? But, my job isn't to catch the whole move. My job is to just simply make a profit and manage my risk. I was red here. Thanks to this trade, I turned green and end of the day green. So very pleased with myself. Not the best trading day, not as good as yesterday for sure, but ended green, and that's what matters the most to me, okay? So this is the daily chart of the S&P 500, SPY, SPY. And you can see this orange line, my multi-year trend line, and also you see the yellow bull flag that I got here, okay? And here, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but here's my fib levels from the March 2020 low up to the January 2022 high, okay? I I have a critical level, 38.2 retracement level around at 380.34. Okay, that's a very critical level. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here and talk more about it. You guys see that bull flag right there. And pretty much we broke down that bull flag. All right, yesterday we broke down the multi-year trend line right here. Yesterday. Today, I had a level. As I said, I added 394 to it. We back tested that level as a resistance so far. The critical resistance up here around 396.4ish. That's the multi-year trend line. I'll only be bullish if we can clear that level. I'll still play calls and still play puts intraday for day trading and follow my strategy. But my overall sentiment, is for the SPY is still leaning to the downside. Okay, so we lost that multi-year trend line. This is the yellow line, support line of the bull flag. We also lost that level today. Okay, so we need to SPY for bulls needs to get back above about 390 to put full 394, then 396.5 back in play. Above that, I will be short-term bullish once again. All right, but since we lost that level will be resistant. As of right now, is resistant, but we gotta watch where it opens tomorrow. Above 390, then this level is once again support with 394, then 396 in play. But if we open below that, my next support is at 385. That's a previous low back in May 12th. All right, so if we do drop to that level, we'll see if we can find some demand there again, and we could possibly get a double bottom. Keep in mind, we are in an overall downtrend. All right, so it makes sense after putting a lower high, we can possibly get a lower low. That's why I'm looking at that 380.3 level. All right, 38.2 retracement level. Well, let's see if that is a lower there. Let's see if we'll get a bounce. Okay, I may look to go, for calls or go long there. But if that fails, we're going to have more downside, possibly down to 376, 372, and so on. Okay, but I'm definitely watching that 380.3 level. If 385 fails, I'm favoring we test that level. Okay, only short-term bullish if we can clear some resistance, starting with 390, 394 critical one, and the very big critical one is 396.5. Okay, we'll round it to the even 0.5 level. Okay, above that I will be short-term bullish. And we're looking here at the VIX. I also got a triangle pattern here. All right, so it's just basing right now. It did lose a support level today, that 29.7 level. We recaptured it yesterday actually, but once again we lost it. VIX giving us a false breakout. False breakouts are usually bearish. So VIX showing some bearish signs, while SPY is showing some bearish sign. Okay, that's pretty interesting. We'll see how this plays out tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, VIX need to recapture 29.7 to put 32.3 back in play. Maybe clear 33.3, break out of this triangle pattern to put 36.63 in play. All right, a bullish VIX is usually a bearish SPY and vice versa. Okay, so definitely remember those levels. Take the time to write down the levels down and just let the price action guide you. Okay, QQQ, we lost that 292 level yesterday. 292 got treated as a resistant. If QQQ would have been able to close above 292, I would have been bullish. Okay, didn't quite recapture it. However, there's still a chance for tomorrow that QQQ can, turn this around. Okay, I'll only be bullish if 292 is recaptured. Okay, play the false breakdown. But as long as it's below 292, the next support is at 288, which got tested today. And if 288 fails, incoming is 282. Okay, there's some support around 285. Previous low back in May 12, but if that fails, here comes 282 with 276.8 below. Dow Jones, very similar price action to QQQ. Okay, that level around 315, was a very critical support level. It got tested as support yesterday, but today got tested as a resistance. I'm only be bullish if we can recapture 315.3. As long as below the next support level, which almost got tested today, is around 310.5ish, and if that fails, we got 308.6 and 303.4. All right, so we still got some more downside, some levels where we can get some possible bounces. But to be bullish, overall bullish, we need to recapture and clear some resistance levels, starting with that 315.3 level. IWM lost that 178.7 level yesterday, back tested it as a resistance. So keep the back test and go strategy in mind. As long as we're below 178.7, 174.3 is the next support level. And if that fails, that puts 168.5 in play. That was a previous low back in May 12th. And if that fails, we could see 165.7, possibly even lower. Okay, like I said, we're in a downtrend. We got the lower high. Can we get the lower low? But if we clear some resistance, starting with that 178.7, we could get a reversal, more relief rally. We shall see. Tesla, we lost that 717 level. Tesla tried to recapture it intraday, but it ran into the 5-day moving average at 735. Clean rejection from it. All right, and closed below 717. So as long as below my 717 resistant, I'm still favoring we go down and test 680, previous low back in May 12th. And if that fails, we could drop down to 644, 645 range, possibly down to 635, 636. Okay, only bullish if we can clear 717 and get above that 5-day moving average. Okay, watch where that 5-day moving average is. All right, so we got the fib levels here for March 2020 low, all the way up to the January 2022 high. Getting very close to that 38.2 retracement level at 133.47, okay? The Apple is currently at 137.89, still a few dollars away. However, we zoom in here, we can see the May 12th low was around 138.7-ish, 0.8-ish, and we took out that low. All right, so we're on a downtrend, and right now we got a lower low. Can we get more lows? Okay, like that big critical level is 133.5-ish, 0.4-ish, okay, based on the fib levels. All right, possible bounce there. All right, I will be bullish if we can recapture 138.7, which puts, let me see where the 5-day is. The 5-day is currently around 144, so I'll be watching that. If we can clear 138.7, can we go back and test the 5-day moving average? It's currently at 144, but it might drop down a little bit tomorrow, down to 143. But just keep track of it, all right, guys? So that's what I got for you guys today. Just good old-fashioned, unbiased price action, technical analysis. And Uncle Charters really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys so much. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Be part of the community. You know, hit the notification bell so you know when I post. I thank you guys so much. And that's it. Peace.